Did you see CJ this week in practice? Is he building? You see the confidence in him?
Yeah, it's building off of what he did in the second half. Yeah, he's ready. He's had a great week. The guys are playing hard around him, so great opportunity for CJ. We're excited for him.
You've mentioned a couple times that what we saw on Saturday is what he's been doing in practice for months. What do you think he does particularly well that sets him apart from other freshmen?
He's consistent. You know, I think there isn't any moment that we've put in front of him where he hasn't responded as you would hope, regardless of age. I mean, any player for that matter. And you can go back to the spring game. It was, you know, he went against the first defense the whole day and had a really good day. So every time we've put him in a challenging situation, he's just been the same guy. He's been consistent. He's been uplifting. He's had energy. He bounces back if something happens. He's very coachable. So, you know, those are habits, you know what I mean? And you always fall back on your habits. It's about not rising to the occasion. I saw someone write that. That's not what happens. The guys return to the habits that they've created, and he has a lot of winning habits, you know.
You mentioned that you straddled the line of scrimmage. New trick, old trick? Have you done that a lot in the past?
Did you say trick?
Tactic?
Yeah, no, it's something I wanted them to understand. Like, to me, it's the value of winning the line of scrimmage, you know, regardless of play call. A lot of people get into, oh, you should have called this, should have called that. Like, wrong. You should have executed better, you know. You can hand off an inside zone, block it up, and have a touchdown, you know. I mean, drop back on a pass and execute, it's going to be a good pass. Defense, doesn't matter what he calls. 11 guys play hard, play together, it's going to be a good defensive call. And so the line of scrimmage gives the quarterback more opportunity, right? Gives the running backs more opportunity, gives the receivers more time to get open. And then conversely, defensively, you win the line of scrimmage, then they have less time to throw, smaller holes to run. And so that's where we have to win games. And I don't care what you're running on offense, it always starts and ends up front. And including tight ends, including backs, including DBs, linebackers, whoever's in that box and the trenches, they got to win. And so me being on that line and looking at which way that thing's going is a measuring stick of our toughness. And so that's something that we need in this program to be the team that we want to be.
What are some of the bigger challenges, Dave, that your team faces against Clemson on Saturday?
Well, I mean, they're talented. You know, they've been in the same system, the continuity that he's had longer than me, obviously. So, you know, they have a system. You know, their kids know it. So do we. We have a system. The crowd noise always on the road, and particularly when you're down there, can be a part of distracting guys and guys, you know, not focusing on the right things with all the things around them. And so just the environment. And conversely, there's nothing better than getting a big crowd quiet, you know, and you have to do that. You have to earn that through the way you play the game. And so we got a big challenge in front of us when you go into someone else's stadium that has, you know, the fanfare that they do.
You talked about Coach Roper having all the quarterbacks ready to play in case they're needed. What have you seen from Lex this week, kind of getting ready to be that?
Done a great job. I'm really impressed with Lex's preparation. I said this the other day, or it was last night on my radio show, but he has not taken reps physically behind the 1 and the 2, but mentally you can tell he's taking reps every snap. He jumped right in, no mistakes, directing guys the right way, encouraging his teammates, making good decisions, functioning. He's ready to play. And so we feel good about Lex, and I'm really excited about what he's shown us as far as how he prepares to play the game. And I'm not surprised, you know. I mean, the family that he's, you know, and that's what those guys are about. They're about working and doing all the stuff it takes to be ready.
How much does enrolling early help a guy like CJ be ready for this moment?
It helps. Yeah, I mean, it's just reps. You know, it's reps against college defense and the speed of the game and the system and the nuances of the system, the terminology. Even though he might have run a lot of similar concepts, they were called different things, you know, and even defensive ID, they might have called it this, we call it that. And so you're just, you know, football is a foreign language. It's funny. You go from school to school or even in the NFL, and one guy calls inside zone this, the other guy calls inside zone this. And so there's translation. And so the earlier you're learning the language, the faster you can process information.
Have you seen Grayson help Lex and CJ kind of get prepared?
Yeah, he's a great teammate. I mean, he jumped right into helping those guys in the meeting room, on the field, talking to them in between series, walking in the huddle with them and listening to him talk, making sure he's, you know, saying the right things. He's done a great job preparing these guys as well.
Is the noon kickoff skewed to travel? Are y'all going to walk through down there? How are y'all going to approach that?
No, I mean, it's no different than playing here last week. So, you know, the fact that we just played a noon game helps because you have a routine that the guys have already been through. We are a morning practice team, as you know, so we're used to waking up early and playing football. So noon kick's actually a good thing for us when it comes to the normalcy of playing early in the day.